Brizo coming up next. If you were watching JD present about format, Brizo, Megan McDevitt is going to be presenting on Brizo. And if you know anything about Brizo, you know there are going to be some really gorgeous photos in this presentation. Megan, just to double check, do you want me to click through your slides or shall I give you power?
If you could hand it over to me, that would be wonderful.
I will. Let me first, for anyone who might just be jumping on, introduce myself again. I'm Hannah Tiffany. I represent IDS, the Interior Design Society, Seattle chapter. My co-host is Diane Troutman. She's going to be fielding questions. She's going to be monitoring the chat box as well as the Q&A. And our presenter today is Megan McDevitt. Megan has been with Synergy Sales for the last 4 years. They are the territory rep for Brizo and others. Before she was with Synergy, Megan managed a luxury plumbing showroom in Bozeman, Montana. She has an interior design degree from Oregon State University, and she loves representing some of the premier plumbing manufacturers and interacting with the design community from the Pacific Northwest. Megan, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you can take over here. While she's doing that, again, a little housekeeping. Please use the chat box in the Q&A to interact. We want these presentations to be fun, interactive, engaging, and educational.
Am I good? Am I good to go forward then?
I think you are good.
Awesome.
Right on the dot.
Perfect. Thank you, Hannah and Diane, and NKBA and IDS for having us join today. As Hannah said, I am Megan with Synergy Sales, and we're going to go over customization with Brizo. So to start, hopefully you guys are familiar with Brizo. If not, just a quick refresher on who the audience or demographic is when we speak of Brizo. So Brizo is part of the Delta Faucet family. It is their higher luxury brand. So when we speak of the Brizo clientele, it is a little bit where Delta's comfortable and familiar. Brizo is a little bit more cutting edge. It is that lifestyle sophistication from the customer. So this demographic really is all about their lifestyle and how that reflects their design. So it's about the cars they drive, the food they eat, the places they stay, what they wear, their vacations. And again, it's fashion isn't just about clothes, it's a lifestyle. And that's kind of how we look at Brizo as a whole. So today we're going to talk about customization. And a lot of times we think of it just as like a passing trend or a fad, but that's not the case. So really, if you think about it, customization, it's the cars we drive, it's the bags that we carry, it's the vitamins that we take, the phones that we use, we're customizing. And there's comfort and importance in customization. So if you're taking the time to customize a product, you're obviously investing into it. It's a reflection of you, and it's not something that you just take lightly. It really defines who you are. It invokes a unique sense of emotion and pride. And it requires thought and investment. So it's not something that you just, willy-nilly just picking and walking by. It really, you're taking the time to really invest and think about it. And it's surprising how many things out there are able to be customized. It's kind of shocking when you start thinking about it. So this is what I post to everyone that's listening today. What is a product that you've recently purchased that you customize? For example, was it maybe a piece of furniture, your shoes, a suitcase, a watch or computer? I recently just customized some sunglasses and a bracelet. I helped my sister customize a sofa. Hannah, Diane, anything that you've personally customized?
Let me unmute myself.
Yeah, let me think about that. What we're getting from the chat, necklace, computer.
Yeah, so it's a wide range of things, really.
Yeah.
You can customize anything out there, really. Yeah. So when you think of, what you're customizing, a sofa and side chair, exactly. I'm sure there's a lot of, I would hope a lot of interior objects you guys are customizing for your clients. But I think what, it really comes to think about when you're customizing is, what was the experience like? Was it enjoyable? Was it an easy, seamless experience? you know, and what feelings did it invoke? Typically, if you're customizing something, you know, it's going to invoke stronger feelings because you're going to be more possessive and excited about that customized product. And then the last thing really is how quickly did you get it? Because that is a key thing. A lot of customization typically does take longer, but nowadays it's really something that, you know, you can get something pretty custom actually rather quickly now. So these are kind of the ideas and thoughts when we think of when we discussed customization. And, you know, as we kind of went over, the options are really endless. I mean, on the screen here, there's ice cream that someone customized. I didn't even know this was a thing, but you can customize ice cream. You can customize, obviously, clothing. It looks like a switchblade is another option to customize. If you think about it, there's probably something you can customize out there. And plumbing is actually one of them. I think a lot of times when we think, you know, faucets, we think, okay, well, what finish do we want a faucet in? That's really it. But with Brizo, we want to experience customization more and beyond just the finish that we offer. And there's a lot more options than ever when it comes to customization with Brizo. So we're going to start in the kitchen because the kitchen is a little less customizable than the bathroom. It's just a quick lineup of the Brizo portfolio when it comes to kitchen collections. So we're going to start with one of my personal favorites, which is the LITZE kitchen collection. Hopefully you guys are familiar with the LITZE kitchen collection. But the cool thing with this kitchen collection, it's not just like, here's your faucet, what finish do you want, move on. The LITZE rhymes with pizza. I know everyone wants to know how that's pronounced, so LITZE. It has 3 different spout shapes. So you have an angled spout, you have an arc spout, you have a square spout. And then you also get to pick between an industrial handle and a knurled handle. And then on top of that, you get 5 different finishes to pick from. And that's not done. You're not done there, because with those 3 spout shapes, you can add in smart touch technology. So, you know, the tap on, tap off, and then even upgrade it to voice IQ so you can talk to your faucet. You can make the square, arc, or angled spout. You can be a bridge faucet. It can be a true bar faucet. It can also be an articulating faucet. And then it comes in all the, obviously, the beautiful finishes that Brizo offers. So within just one kitchen collection, you have endless amounts of opportunities to really customize to what your customer or yourself are after for a kitchen faucet. And the best thing too, obviously you have coordinating pot fillers and coordinating instant hot faucets to go with this. So it's a full kitchen collection that you get to really pick. And the best part, those 3 spout shapes are also available in the instant hot and beverage faucet too. So it's a seamless look through the kitchen. Also new to Brizo Kitchen, which I'm personally super excited about, is the Odin Kitchen Collection. Again, you get 2 different spout shapes. So you get this really distinctive, clean design with either the arc spout or the beverage spout, or excuse me, the arc spout or the arc spout, arc or square, if I can only talk. And then the really cool thing with this one, it's available in 7 different finishes. And you'll notice on the screen, it shows both the arc and the square spout with the 7 finishes. One of the new finishes you're seeing here is a Brilliance polished gold. It's a really beautiful gold. It's not too yellow. So it really has kind of like a warmer tone to it. And depending on the lighting, it does take on even like a more of a rose color at times. It's really beautiful. You also notice on the screen, there are little lever handles that happen to be wood as well. So the cool thing with this new Odin Kitchen Collection, to make it truly customizable, is that it's sold less handle. So you are ordering your faucet as one and your handle as a separate. And so that means you can really mix and match and customize to your own desire. So you can put a matte black faucet with a polished gold handle. You could do a polished gold faucet with a matte black handle with that wood inlay in the lever. So it really gives you the option to really play around with what you're after and really make something unique for your space. And then with the Odin, because Odin always pairs with Jason Wu, if you're familiar with our bath collections. So we have the Jason Wu for Brizo, which was just announced, and it's available for ordering right now. It should be shipping soon. But we're very excited about this because we have been partnering with Jason for over a decade now, and we love our partnership with him. He's a fantastic designer. And this kitchen collection is, again, fantastic and beautiful. So it is the Odin, but it's the Odin in matte white. I'm a really big fan of matte white. I think it's unique. when Jason Wu came out with the matte black in the bath for Brizo, it was the first in kind of out in the market for matte black, which was unique. And now we're one of the first that's coming out with this matte white. So it's just, we're really trying to push the limits, be the first on the market, exploring new ideas, and really, you know, that Brizo clientele, they're ahead of the curve. You know, they're that luxury clientele that really understands like what's the new look, what's the new style. Yes, that is real wood on the handles. So you'll see with the Jason Wu collection, you have the arc and the square spout, and then you get to pick your 3 handles. It's a white metal lever, or you can do a polished nickel lever handle, and then the wood one, I don't have the exact species memorized off the top of my hand. It's a form of teak, actually. So it is, if you're familiar with Brizo, we do have a lot of wood products throughout our line in the bath and in the kitchen space. It is going to be a finish that's, obviously it's a living finish because it is wood. So it will show some wear and tear over time, but with Brizo and Delta Faucet, we do rigorous testing on all of our products above and beyond the standard testing. So we know that if we're selling you this wood handle, it's not going to deteriorate. It's going to look like this. It will have some love and show, but you know, it's still going to look like a beautiful lever handle from when you purchase it. As long as you're not putting harsh chemicals on it, obviously. There's always an asterisk to what people do with things. So.
Megan, so yeah, somebody was asking, I don't think that's walnut, but somebody's asking.
Yeah, no, it's not walnut. It's a form of teak. I honestly cannot remember the exact species off the top of my head. I will get with Michael or Michelle to get that exact answer. But yes, it is real wood though, and it's not walnut.
And what you're saying about the wear is very true. I mean, if it's teak, then it's going to obviously hold up to water.
Yeah, so because that's why we use teak, is because it is used in the bathroom frequently for its ability to handle water well. But the great thing, obviously, if you're doing a Brizo faucet, you know, you can upgrade to that Smart Touch product, and then you don't even have to touch your handle. You can just tap the spout and turn it on and off. So if you're concerned about that, always upgrade to Smart Touch.
My thoughts exactly.
I mean, you really should just anyways, because it's fantastic. I go over to everyone's house and I'm like accidentally tapping their faucets everywhere I go. So
yeah, just press the easy button. It makes it so much easier.
Indeed. So that was the kitchen space for Brizo. I want to quickly go into the bath space for Brizo. There's a little bit more customization that we can do within the bath space. There's obviously a lot more product there as well. But the one key thing I really do want to mention when it comes to Brizo is our shower valve. The multi-choice roughened shower valve is one that is going to be the backbone for both Delta and Brizo. And the great thing with this is that if you are installing a multi-choice valve in the wall and you or your client are debating between what finish, or, you know, do I want that handle or this handle, or maybe I want that collection over another collection. If you've got the multi-choice in the wall, you can make those last minute design changes within Brizo product to really, and it will still fit on your multi-choice valve. So it's really making that customization for you much easier and seamless, and not having to figure it out at the beginning of your project and then later, you know, when you're about to install, going, oh, I don't think I want the polished gold, I want the luxe gold now. So the multi-choice is really the key to making customization seamless in the bathroom. This is just a quick overview of the bath space for Brizo. And this one is the INVARI Bath Collection. It's about a year old now. It was released end of 2019. So it's popping up in some of the showrooms around the Pacific Northwest. This one is so opulent and beautiful and just really, I love it. It's delightful. It's very unlike a lot of things you've seen at Brizo. It's this really more traditional look. But the crazy thing you'll notice here, again, because we're talking about customization, is the options that the widespread faucet provide. You will see we have 3 different, very distinctive spout shapes and 3 very distinctive handles. And the spouts are, the widespread faucets are sold less handle, so you can mix and match any of these handles with any of the spouts. So let's say you like that beautiful black crystal knob, you can put that with the column spout that you see on the right, or maybe you prefer it with the arc gooseneck spout on the left. So you really are able to really mix and match and play around with what handle you want to go with what spout. And they're also very distinctive that it's really fun to play around with these. All the showrooms have the handles on display, or I should say most showrooms that have them on display, they have all the handles loose, so you can actually go in there and play around and customize your own faucet. I was just in a showroom yesterday that had it, and it was fun. Just, which one do I like best today? And that was shown in really beautiful polished gold finish as well. Again, we discussed the LITZE kitchen earlier. The LITZE bath was actually the first to come out and has been a favorite by all designers, and it's, obviously because it's beautiful. But here's kind of a rundown of the LITZE bath. Again, the cool thing with the LITZE bath, you have only one spout shape, but this time you have 2 different heights for your spouts. And then you have 4 different handles. So you have your lever handle, which offers that, that wood inlay again, or an all metal. You can do an extended lever handle, which makes it just easier for ADA purposes. There's the T handle and the industrial handle. So here's just kind of a viewing of all of them in polished and gold here. You can see on the bottom, you see both the teak or the wood inlay and just the regular all metal inlay on that T handle.
Beautiful.
And then because, Brizo likes to make things even more beautiful, we paired with an artist out of Victoria, BC, and the VETTIS Bath Collection. He is actually making a handful of faucets out of concrete. So this is like really, if you really want something custom and truly your own, you want an art piece in your bath, the VETTIS Concrete Collection is that as well. So these are hand cast, everything is just like a hand work of art. Limited quantities, obviously, and it's a fully functioning faucet, and it's made of concrete. It's pretty wild and cool.
When's that is that available now?
Yep, they're available now.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is the link?
Yeah, very unique. So, and then I do want to go over to what's new in the Brizo bath. There's 2 new collections that are just been released that are very exciting.
Oh,
so on the screen,
one question. May I raise?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
What's the lead time? I think was what Hannah was going to ask on the concrete.
Yeah, so the concrete are made to order, and they're small batch only. So it is limited. I mean, he started making them. I don't know how many he has left at this point, to be totally honest.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there is a lead time into him actually producing them. But we've released it about a year ago, so there are some that are currently produced. So
okay.
I'd have to confirm at this very date what the lead time would be.
And somebody, Michelle Bale is asking a really good question too. Can you use the concrete faucet outdoors?
We haven't been asked that yet. I would say probably not, to be very honest. I would need to confirm with Brizo on that one. It is, obviously it is concrete, so it is a living finish.
Right.
It's going to hold up better than, like your polished gold finish,
Right.
But I still have a little hesitation to that. But it also depends, like, are we talking like on the Oregon coast with salt water? Or are we talking like undercover,
Right.
here in Seattle with a rooftop, with a deck covering it, or with a roof? So
Maybe
depends.
TBD on that.
Exactly.
Maybe.
So moving onwards, we have the expansion to the Odin and the Jason Wu collections. So Odin and Jason Wu have been out for quite some time now. It's a staple of Brizo. We are expanding to include more handle options. So you'll see on the screen, we are adding wood handles. So if you remember the Odin and the Jason Wu, we have the tall lever handles. Now we're adding short lever handles, short wood handles, and then also tall and short cross handles with a cross handle with the wood addition. And then also with that new addition of cross handles, we're going to be bringing that into the shower valves as well. And here's just a couple, this is the Jason Wu because it's the matte black. So you kind of see the overview of all the handle options there. So that is coming soon. It starts shipping in December, so get ready. And then last one I want to go over today is the Kintsu Bath Collection, which actually was shown at KBIS earlier this year when we were able to travel to Vegas and check this out. It actually won Best of Show at KBIS, which is really exciting. It's not just Best of Plumbing, like Best in Overall Show. So we're very excited about that recognition. It's beautiful. Kintsu is actually taken from a Japanese term where you're taking broken pottery and infusing it back together with gold. So it's this idea of finding the beauty in imperfection. You'll notice a lot of Japanese and Scandinavian influences throughout. But when we're discussing customization, like this is the pinnacle of customization when it comes to Brizo. There are so many options. So you'll see on the screen, this is the collection overview of Kintsu. There are 3 different spouts that you see on the screen. You have your arc spout, your angled spout, and your low spout. And then it's sold less handle, like most of our Brizo product lines for widespread faucets. And then you get to pick between not 1, not 2, but 7 different handle options. So you have your lever handle, you have a knob handle, you have a knob inlay with concrete, you have a knob inlay with a custom material. So you could inlay, you know, your own, let's say quartz or onyx that you choose to. It's a simple template to inlay that. You have a cross handle, you have a knob handle with wood inlay, and you have a knob handle with a mother of pearl inlay. So a lot of different options there. And then with all of those 7 different handles, we also are introducing a new finish. So it's this brilliant black onyx finish. And I do want to, before we move on from the handles, I have more images because it's so pretty. I want to show you. Hannah, can you launch the poll? Because I'm curious what everyone's favorite handle option is. So is it the mother of pearl, the void, there's no onyx, so that's just maybe would be your custom one or an onyx. Custom inlay, wood, marble, glass, or concrete.
Yes, yep. So you guys can all see that, and go ahead and pick your favorites, cast your votes. Votes are very important. Everybody vote. Remember to vote. And in about 10 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the results to everybody. So we get to see sort of across the board how you...
I guess, Hannah, which one's your favorite while we're waiting for everyone to vote?
Oh, boy.
I put you on the spot.
The mother of pearl is just so different, and it's so unique, and it just like the little 8-year-old girl in me just loves it. So let's see. Awesome. We've got a lot of votes here, and we're sharing the results, and the winner is
There we go.
inlay.
I mean, if you're talking about customization, custom inlay is perfect. Yeah, so this is awesome. This is unlike anything we've ever done to add a custom inlay. So that's really great feedback. That's great to hear. Thank you, everyone, for voting. But because it's so pretty, I want to show you more photos.
Before you move on to the next photo, can you address, does Brizo have a mirror line and bath accessories, or is that going to be at the end?
I don't have that as a slide, but I can address that now, Diane. So we do have, by accessories, do you mean like your toilet paper holders and your all of those type of fun things, I'm assuming?
This is a question from Magdalena.
Okay. Yeah. So Brizo, we are a full collection when it comes to the bath. So in the Kintsu line, you will have everything and anything you could ever imagine for your bath space. That includes all of the accessories. And with Brizo as well, we also do have hardware. So we do have coordinating bath pole or cabinet poles and knobs for most of our collections as well. A few of our collections do offer coordinating lighting, and then there are very limited mirrors as well. But mostly it's just going to be bath and accessories.
Great, thank you.
And there might not have been a cross option on the poll. So if that was the case, whoops, sorry. But hopefully between the other, 6 or 7 options, you found one that you like beyond the cross. And actually, as we're looking at the screen with the cross quickly, the cool thing with Brizo, these are they're installed with rare earth magnets. So you actually are able to select the orientation of your cross handle. So they can be pointed inwards, outwards, back, forward. So it really gives you a lot of flexibility and even additional customization when it comes to the cross handles. So just again, some few photos of this beautiful collection, because it's one of my faves. And then just showing you again the 3 different spout shapes and all the handle options that there are. And again, oh yeah, here's the cross handle I was talking about. So you can see how the orientation of the cross can be changed to really whatever you feel like for the day. And then just again in the Luxe Gold finish and our new beautiful black onyx finish. And I had to end on this slide because it's awesome. This is the freestanding tub fill that goes with it. And you get the option to either have a shelf or a wine glass holder. And because it's 2020, I feel like everyone needs a wine glass holder in their bathroom now. So that is what I have for that. So the goal is, you know, making the Brizo an everyday customizable experience for you guys. If you have any questions, now I think we have a few more minutes. Pushed it to the end.
Hey, Megan, what about getting samples, like of the new finish?
Yeah, let me, if you, I can make a list of anyone that wants some samples and I can reach out to them and circle back with that.
Okay. Also, is Kintsu available now, or did you already say that?
Oh, I don't think I mentioned it. Yes, it is available to order. The ship date, that would be really helpful if I had that on the top of my head. I think it's shipping now. Actually, I'm almost positive it is, but now that you've questioned me, I can't remember.
Well, it's so pretty and unique that I knew at KBIS it wasn't quite out yet, but I wasn't sure what, you know, when it's actually.
It's definitely open for ordering because it's on the website, and I'm almost positive it is available. It is shipping, but now that you're asking me that, I'm like, because I know Jason Wu, Expansion, and Odin are not shipping yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then someone's asking for where you can find Brizo in the Pacific Northwest. So we have a lot of showrooms that have Brizo available. So you have Killer Supply, Ferguson, Abrio, the Fixture Gallery. Those are some of the ones that have the Brizo on display.
And I'm going to jump in and say, while Megan is going to follow up with everyone to get samples as much as she can, if you have something going on right now, a lot of your showrooms are going to have those finished samples on hand as well.
Yes.
Whoever you have relationships with, you know, by all means, reach out to them too, because they might have something quicker for you.
Yeah, and actually on that note too, if any of you guys listening are members of Material Bank, Brizo and Delta actually are part of Material Bank, and we do have samples through Material Bank, which you can get in 24 hours. So that's a plug for Material Bank. Like, seriously, hop to it.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Oh.
So I think the left is, I don't think there's any more questions. I guess we have our raffle we can give away though.
Ooh. So I can do the spin?
Yeah, it's all you, Diane.
Okay. Let me see if I can figure this out.
Don't be nervous, Diane.
I know, really, there's no, here. If I can hold it close enough that we can see. Nega, oh boy, hold on, I can't say your last name, so let me scroll down here. Nega Hekmati, yay, winner.
Congrats.
Yay!
I will connect with you, and you will then be receiving a nice candle and chocolate gift box. It's very moody, like Brizo.
Lucy is one quick question, Megan, came up in the box. Have you had any problems with the handles coming loose?
Oh, for the rare earth magnets, is that people? I know when I say magnets, people get scared. No, it's not. It's not something that you can just be like, oh, came undone. It's not like your everyday household magnets. These are very, very strong, and you need to like really like work at it. So no, most people don't even realize they're held on by magnets. The nice thing that they're held on by magnets, you don't have set screws, so it's a very seamless and clean install.
And I think that's also really important to point out when we are speccing Brizo, and I don't know if Delta, I can't remember if they do rare earth as well, but it's really important to point that out because I know I've had installers go, where's the set screw? You know, and then they freak out, and it's a good thing that we don't have one because it makes it a lot easier.
Sure. Perfect. Well, thank you guys for having me today.